Magikarp can't learn Hyper Beam. Hey there, Pokemon trainers, breeders, and fanatics of all kinds. This is our very first PikaTalk Mailbag video. I'm JP, and this is D, and we're here to answer your questions.
Okay, so Mewtwo at Epic Mewtwo asks, what do you think of the new Horde Mode, especially with the Zubat hordes that go along with it? Hi. No, but...
seriously, I think it's going to be very interesting. I mean, with Generation 5 came around, we introduced triple battles and rotation battles, and it spiced things up, you know? Some moves affected differently, some moves affected all opposing Pokemon, all Pokemon in your play, and I think it'd be very neat to see the experience one could earn from just taking one move at a time, like Earthquake, and taking out a whole herd of Pokemon.
And it's not necessarily all going to be the same Pokemon either. There's a screenshot from the gameplay of 4 Tauros and 1 Miltank right in the middle, and dear God, that's terrifying.
Yes.
I want to die when I think about that. Next question is 13 frequently at Verge Freddy, do you think they should make a remake of Ruby and Sapphire like Heart Gold Soul Silver? No Hoenn, let's just let it be. The only game they should remake is Yellow. That's right here. I love this game. This is the best game they ever made. This one, let's just stay away from Hoenn because I hate Hoenn.
Beep. My Gen 1 alert's going off. I'm like Johto Boy here. I'm a homeboy, and I would love to see remakes. I don't necessarily would mind if they didn't. I mean, a re-release on like eShop with features that would transfer your Pokemon straight to Gen 6 would be neat. But for an idea though, I saw that a sequel wouldn't be too bad either. Think about Ruby and Sapphire 2, each with new characters and a new story. That would be pretty interesting, and I'd be in favor of that.
Next question, Reese MCFC at Reese MCFC asks, what's your favorite starter Pokemon? Well, mine is quite obvious. I've said it on the thing. I love grass types. I even keep a grass energy in my wallet at all times. My favorite starter Pokemon is Chikorita.
Well, my favorite starter Pokemon is between Torchic and Trico. I mean, I love Sceptile and I love Blaziken, but other than that, I actually don't really like very many starters. So, yeah.
Why don't you go ahead and leave your favorite starter in the comment section below, or reply to us on Twitter.
Mark Grizzle at GrizzleMark asks, do you think Nintendo should work with Game Freak or take it into consideration when making the next-gen handheld? You know, I think Nintendo already does consider at least their first-party games when making their hardware. Obviously, software pushes the sales of the hardware. I heard that the Zelda Wii U team even suggested a certain feature of the Wii U gamepad we had because they thought they could do something neat with that. So, anyways, it's fairly new into the generation for the handheld. The 3DS is only, what, 2 years old, and the Wii U is less than a year old. So I think it's hard to say. Speculating about the next generation, which could be almost 8 years away. And, I mean, we went from a Game Boy, we added color in one generation, then we added wireless connectivity in the next generation. We added another screen, and now we have 3D. It's hard for me to think about what could possibly be so essential to Pokemon that it needs to be worked with Nintendo and putting a new handheld out there. I mean, I can't even fathom what the next handheld is going to be after the 3DS. So, it's an interesting question, but it's hard to say because I don't think, I can't think that far ahead. The Oncoming Storm asks, what's your favorite generation of Pokemon? Gen 3.
Gen 2. Our next question comes from Andrew Hazley at Arceus123, and the question is, what inspires you? That is what inspires us.
Yes, we're musically inspired, so.
The absolute very best. Our next question comes from Mr. Marston, Ross the Boss 67, and his favorite Pokemon game and why. Well, some might argue that Fire Red's the best game. Some might argue that Yellow is the best game. Some might even argue that Soul Silver is the best game. But in my opinion, my favorite game is Pokemon Brown. Pokemon Brown. Yes, folks, your starter Pokemon is
Bidoof.
Your rival is
Bidoof.
Your hat is
Bidoof.
All the buildings are shaped like
Bidoof.
Your rival uses
Bidoof.
And every member of the Elite Four, all 6 Pokemon, are
Bidoof.
by far the best game. No game you can make that's ever better than that.
Pokebro asks, what is your favorite Villainous group?
Team Rocket, the best group ever. I have a t-shirt.
That's not your Team Rocket shirt.
I know, but I have a t-shirt. This is my Psychic shirt.
No, that's mine.
Well, whatever. I'm wearing it.
Well, anyway, I do like the Team Magma, Team Aqua from Hone, because it's like rival gangs and like you get attached to one or the other. Do you want more sea Pokemon? Do you want more land? And it's like, well, obviously we want more land. We live on land. But anyway, they're not even. But they're not my favorite. I like Team Plasma better, just because it was so funny. They would walk up to you and like, give us your Pokemon so we can turn them free. What? No? Fine. We'll use our Pokemon to battle yours.
And because we think all Pokemon shouldn't be caught, even though we have some.
Yeah.
Hypocrites!
Mugzebo asks, who is your favorite rival of all the games?
My favorite rival is the red-headed kid in Soul Silver, Heart Gold, Silver, Crystal, and I think his actual name is Silver himself, but I can't tell you what I normally named him rival because we're trying to keep this PG, and what I named my rival is probably not good enough to be said for our first YouTube cast, but I like him because he's a little thief, and then I kick his butt all the time. So, what about you, Joe?
My favorite rival was probably from, you know what, I don't like rivals. They make me feel bad. Lucky Lapras asks, do you play competitively? Well, the short answer is no.
We play this game, or Pokemon Showdown.
It's a simulator.
It's play.pokemonshowdown.com. And it's kind of competitive. I mean, you can host your own tournaments, but it's not actually with the actual Pokemon line. So I guess you can say we're not competitive. I don't even know my friend Coder. I've traded a little bit, and I've done 1 or 2 battles, but I haven't entered any online tournaments or surfed and done trading with people and stuff like that. It's too complicated, and I like just playing the game itself and a little bit of Showdown on the side. Joe, what about you?
Well, I almost got into competitive play last year, but then I had a little fiasco where I sold all my games and then I bought all new games. So I plan on being competitive. I mean, it's something I would enjoy, but I'm just not at the level because I had to restart all my games.
Emily Goldstein at I'm Emily Goldstein wants to know what my favorite shiny Pokemon is. My favorite shiny? Well, I don't really have one, but Joe here has gone through millennia of hard, long labor. But before he answers, think about this. Why don't you put any shiny Pokemon you've caught in the section as well, and on Twitter?
Well, for any of you out there who've used the Poke Radar and Chain, I feel for you, bro. It's a long, hard labor, but I caught the shiny Pokemon of my dreams. It took me 3 days, 12 hours a day, and I caught one shiny Bagon. And I nicknamed it Yoshi. Dan, how is it that our one tweet this week that was not a thing about Pokemon gets more attention than any other tweet that we've ever had?
71 retweets, guys, for a tweet about being a West Coast admin. That's not going to let me know that you want to be an admin. All that does is tell me that you like the tweet for whatever reason, because it's not even Pokemon related. So if you want to be a West Coast admin, we are not in any sort of rush. I'm just saying for like a night owl thing, maybe later on down the line. If you want to be considered, I'm going to need a full application. Not any of this retweeting, favoriting stuff, even though 71 retweets for that is a bit ridiculous.
Other pages that we'd like you to pay attention to are Pokemon Parody. I mean, and Remake Pokemon Yellow, and
I'm an admin there. Check it out. You know, my D signature. I'm at Remake Pokemon Yellow. Pokemon Parody, like Joe said, great place to check out. Pokemon Shop, also another good page. They actually do have an operational shop where you can buy tons of different things, including shirts.
But not
can't find these
anymore.
shirts anymore, but they were there. That's about it. I think that's all the other pages.
No. There's someone else that does Thursday work. It's Pokemania FM. They are a very great program. They are there in Britain, and it's 6 p.m. when they start their show there, and it usually lasts 2-3 hours, and it's just full of everything Pokemon. It's Pokemania. And you can check out their website and check out their Twitter, and yeah, go check them out because I think this is going to be the last time we do a Thursday video just because they release theirs Thursday.
And I like listening to some of their stuff. Also, and for you guys that don't know, it's 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time because apparently we have a lot of those people commenting on us about wanting to be in Eastern Standard Time. Well, I'm D, that's JP, this has been our first video.
So, let us know what you think about all these questions or answers, what you like, what you didn't like. Be sure to let us know what you love about me, what you hate about him, or
leave some more questions for us to answer next week.
yes, and
Comment, subscribe, like, do all
follow,
these things.
And we'll be sure to come back sometime this coming week, and we'll have another video. So,